Hey everybody, this one is about a case in Arizona that got dismissed. See here, charge dismissed by prosecutor. And this is Florence, Arizona. And let's go through what I did. This one's been going on since 2008, actually. Actually 2005, if you look at the case number, 2005. So I'm kind of glad to make this thing go away. Every time I went to Arizona, I'd get stopped occasionally, and what would happen is that they had a warrant out there, or a fake warrant, and the cops some of them thought it was a bit of a joke because they didn't want to extradite. Matter of fact, I got in a car accident one time. I was in Pinal County. Well, the town of Florence is the county seat for Pinal County, and so it was probably about maybe 15, 20 miles away from the town of Florence. And this lady made an illegal left turn and broadsided me. And anyways, so the cops came, and I heard them reading it over the radio. And they said, but we don't want to extradite. Well, why would you have to extradite from Pinal County to the town of Florence? The county sheriff came to the accident, and so then the county sheriff's office is in Florence. So what's up with all of that? Anyways, so this is actually a letter that what happened was I went through a foreclosure. The bankster thieves stole my house, and what I did was I went to the auction and arrested the auctioneer. And if you do a citizen's arrest, you're supposed to call the cops, and they take the felon into custody. And the cops came and started building a case against me for disturbing the peace. And so that was the charge. And this is the letter that the town attorney sent me. And it says that there's a warrant, and you may quash the warrant by sending us Federal Reserve notes. And right here is a copy of the warrant. And there's the envelope they sent it. So, anyways, straw man, all block capital letters, state of Arizona, not the state of Arizona. Anyways, so what I did was where is it? These are letters to the oh, there was another one. Right, I served them this letter in 2008. Let's do it this way. There it is. Registered mail, always registered mail. I accept your oath of office. You know, the usual stuff. Name's copyrighted. You've been criminally converting my name, address, the specific purpose of causing me injury and harm, and I'm not done with you by any stretch of the imagination, without any authority whatever. You sent your fraudulently created straw man one of your so-called offers of contract, and my response is attached here too and incorporated herein by reference in entirety. Anyways, I got the chief judge to notarize my document. But this is what I did, is I went and rejected their offer of contract. You fail to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. And I served on by registered mail, and there's the proof of service. So I did that. I also did in 2008 a notice of claim, or a notice of distress, and this didn't seem to do much. Tried a bunch of things over the years. This didn't seem to have much effect on them. This is 10 pages. Sent it to, yeah. Didn't have much effect. I also sent the, I filed a criminal complaint. $18 pages. Anyways, didn't seem to have much effect. Here's the, see, I attached to the, so I did the criminal complaint in 2010, 19th of June 2010. And here's the notice and demand that I sent to the town attorney and their fake warrant. And so I filed a criminal complaint. Then in 2011, I sent this notice and demand to the judge. Okay, now by now the judge has been replaced. I think it's something that I might have caused the judge to get replaced. The judge was formerly, what was his name? There was a guy, matter of fact, he practices law in his offices in Coolidge right now, where in the town where my daughter lives. So I think that I might have done something to make a problem for him. Anyways, I sent a notice and demand to, this is the judge, Catherine Kaiser, who's the judge in the municipal court. That helped a little bit, although the thing didn't go away, but it seemed like, you know, it didn't go away. But I got stopped occasionally. I got stopped for speeding one time in Benson, Arizona, which is down between Tucson on Highway 10, on I-10, going to New Mexico. It's, you know, about halfway between Tucson and the New Mexico border. And the cop was laughing about it. He said, yeah, but they don't want to extradite. He was laughing. He thought it was a big joke. It was a state patrol, and the cop actually said, why don't you just make up your own plate? Anyways, he gave me a ticket, and then I got the ticket dismissed. This is the letter. It was 27 pages. And there's the proof of service. Sent that on the Florence magistrate. Then in 2013, sent another one. And this is a little bit different. It starts off, notice that even though you intend to perjure your oath, I accept your oath. Please find an oath acceptance office. And every paragraph says, even though you intend to perjure your oath. Well, the second paragraph, equality. Notice that your Sestake trust is bonded, even though you intend to perjure your oath. Okay, and so I basically talk about that quite a bit. It didn't seem to do much. So it's good to know what works and what doesn't work, you know. And so this one's like 42 pages. And there's the proof of service and the oath of office document. And this one is 2013 to the attorney. And is similar, okay? Even though you intend to perjure your oath, I accept your oath, and basically goes through the same kind of thing as the one on the judge. And I actually contacted them. I talked to the attorney, and I had received a settlement from an insurance company for $75,000, and so I kind of wanted to just make this thing go away. And so I had contacted them about paying them the $390 and making it go away. And you know, but then what they said was that it was the $390 wasn't going to make it go away. It was just going to be a bond to make sure I appear. And so then I kind of backed off on that because it wasn't going to make it go away. And then they actually sent me a letter saying that, yeah, you can make it just go away and pay it off, basically, $390. Eh? So, anyways, this was a verification of complaint I did this year. And this was done on the 17th of February. I don't have proof of service. And then I started doing the Form 1020. That's the notice of default. This is the actual Form 1020. This was done on the 23rd of April. So tell me what this 390 means. This is really powerful. I think this is what did it, quite frankly. Matter of fact, I didn't even finish the process. I got the Form 1020. See, this is the Form 1020 and their warrant. There's the proof of service. And then I did a notice of default and opportunity to cure. Right here. It's giving me great evidence against you and your Roman cult handlers and your intent to engage in multiple felonies, violating rights and immunities under color of law, conspiracy to threaten, intimidate, coerce, and injure me in the free exercise of my rights, mail fraud, sending threatening mail, impersonation, perjury of oath, and more. Have a great day. And then here's the proof of service, and then I get this back. This was like a couple days ago, and it's been dismissed. But this has been interesting because if you notice the date, the date is September the 20th of 2019. So they backdated it. I think they didn't want me to know that Form 1020 was working. And they backdated it. So it's just 2 pages is all they sent me. And that's it. It's just this 2 pages right here. Charge dismissed by prosecutor. I think that Form 1020 is what did it, quite frankly. And it works, I'll tell you. That really puts them in the position they cannot. First of all, they're saying that you have to pay, right? They want you to pay something, okay? You cannot pay Federal Reserve notes. The best you can do with Federal Reserve notes is discharge a debt with limited liability. And so that's a good question. I want to know how to lawfully pay for this thing. I need to know. And they'll never tell you to use gold or silver coin, because if you did go with gold and silver coin, they'd convert it into Federal Reserve notes. I've seen them do it. And so they want it in Federal Reserve notes. See, and under the Clearfield Doctrine, when Federal Reserve notes come involved, and they lose their immunity. They're not a government. They're nothing but a bunch of thieves and pirates. Anyways. So this is the one I got from Arizona, and they say I waived counsel. Whatever, I don't give a shit. It's dismissed. But so I just thought I'd do a little video. This is a short one, going through this one because I thought this is a good one to show that there's good things happening. Now there's lots of criminals out there, and they're putting on the same old stuff, different day. But there are people out there that you know, you can make it happen. Okay, all of these courts are nothing but kangaroo courts. They're bought and paid for whores. There's no justice in these courts. Don't get me going. You're going to get me going here. But this is a case that got dismissed. This has been going on for, if you watch my videos on asserting sovereignty, okay, that's the one that they sent the bounty hunter to my work, and when I was working in Phoenix, and it was Memorial Day weekend, and I was preparing a lawsuit, and what happened was I came back from lunch, and my co-workers told me that somebody, there's a big guy here looking for you. I don't know how we got in past security, but I would have pitched a fit if something would have happened. But anyways, so they said there's this big guy here looking for you, and so I went and I left work early that day, and as I was driving out of the parking lot, I saw this bounty hunter, or somebody, this guy with a van that was caged in inside, was driving into the parking lot, and there's another one, courts. Let's go look here. I wonder if this is the one. I sent the Chief Judge of the Supreme Court a notice and demand. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah, Tom Wildermuth was the previous magistrate. Yeah, this is it, I think. I've been and continue to be damaged by your subordinate agents of the Crown Bar members and benchers who continue to impose their foreign corporate commercial jurisdiction on me without any jurisdiction authority whatsoever. They've criminally converted my name, my address, violated my copyright and numerous times, and their regulatory authority, the State Bar of Arizona, which is subordinate to yours, has refused to do anything about it, as previously sent to you as evidenced in the affidavit of criminal complaint. You notice that because the dereliction duty of the Pinal County Sheriff for refusing to convene a common law jury by peers, and also because of the color of law activities carried out by the town of Florence in their municipal court, I've been forced to file a lawsuit in the foreign corporate kangaroo court for conspiracy to deprive me of my property, as well as you and the Attorney General for dereliction duty to regulate your subordinates and violating my rights. Your copy will be served on you soon. You're advised that you have another opportunity to rein in your subordinate magistrate in the town of Florence by quashing the order for the arrest of the strawman vessel, which was issued under color of law without any authority whatsoever. We all know that the corporate commercial agents are all too stupid to know there's a difference between me and the fraudulently created strawman vessel, and if I get falsely imprisoned as a hostage for their strawman vessel or suffer any other violations of my rights, it will only be operated as further evidence of your and the Attorney General's dereliction duty to regulate your subordinates. Anyways, and what happened is after that, I served this. This was when, what happened was when I took a week's vacation. And as I was leaving the parking lot, and I went and filed a lawsuit. This is the lawsuit, the file number. And what happened was I filed a lawsuit, and then I served this letter on the Chief Judge of the Supreme Court, and so she got this letter like on Friday, I think. And so then Monday I went to work, and there was no bounty hunter around. Never saw one. They never messed with me again at my work. That warrant stayed out there, but they never messed with me again at my work. And the warrant was just out there, and anytime they pulled it up, they said, but they don't want to extradite. I talk about that in my asserting sovereignty videos. Okay, and it's interesting that they sent a bounty hunter. The county sheriff wouldn't have anything to do with it. The city police wouldn't have anything to do with it. It was the bounty hunter. Anyways, so that's about it. I think I'll end this one. This will give you something to think about. I really think it's the Form 1020 that did it. And of course they backdated it. They don't want anybody to know it's the Form 1020. But anyway, so that's what happened. It's been dismissed. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.